So coming onto all fours. And if the wrists are sensitive, you could always go on the fists instead or the fingertips instead. So make sure you feel good wherever you are, always. All right, so let's warm up the spine and work on the low back. So we'll inhale the crown and the tail up. Now with the exhale, drop the elbows towards the floor and then rock back into a child's pose. So we inhale, pull up, come up all fours, head and tail up. And then we exhale the elbows down, we just rock back to child's. So that's it. You let your breath move your body. Inhaling up. Exhaling, elbows down, rocking back. Suivre votre respiration. Okay, next inhalation, come back to your table. And as you exhale, walk the hands forward as much as you comfortably can. This is a puppy stretch. So we try to keep the hips over the knees. The chest can come towards the floor just as much as it's comfortable. Stretch the back, couple breaths. If you can rest your head on the floor or on a block, go ahead. Okay, avec une inspiration, on lève la tête. Head comes up as we inhale, walk the hands back. But not all the way under the shoulders, a little bit in front of the shoulders. Tuck the toes, let's do a downward facing dog. So spread out the fingers, nice firm base. Lift up the hips, push the weight back. And here you can just hang out, walk the feet, move the hips. You can even move the head, whatever feels good. Just take 2 or 3 breaths to start. Okay, bring the knees down to the mat. Keep the toes tucked. All right, take socks off now. Keep the toes tucked and just sit on the heels. Honnêtement, j'aime pas beaucoup cette position, mais c'est très bon pour les orteils. So just stretch those toes. We can rotate the wrists at the same time. Other direction. Okay, back to hands and knees. Remember, pick the position for the hands that feels good. We'll keep the toes tucked. On veut garder le dos plat. So imagine you could rest like a little teacup or something on your sacrum. So nice flat back. So here we don't want to be dipping. We want nice flat, flat, flat. So as we inhale, we'll extend one leg back. Exhale with control, just come back down. That's it. Inhale, extend the other leg. Exhale, come back. Just suivre votre respiration. Follow your breath. Et essaye de garder les hanches en ligne. That's the hard part. Try to keep the hips in line. So when we extend back, we don't want to do a big upward movement. We want to really stay in line as much as possible. Do one more each side. Ok, maintenant c'est à vous. On peut prendre la position d'enfant. Just we could take child's pose, but to the heels, head on the floor, or on the hands, or on your blanket. Or you could do downward facing dog. whichever one you want, but we're looking for rest. So if the down dog is too much work, take child's pose. 5 breaths. Okay, if you're in down dog, come back to all fours. If you're in child's pose, come back to all fours. Let's step the right foot forward. Pied droite entre les mains. Et juste lève les mains aux genoux. Pas beaucoup à faire ici. Juste descendre les épaules. Ouvre le poitrain. Et respire. Shoulders come down. Heart opens up. And we breathe. If you're feeling very invigorated, you can always bring the arms up. And if you're feeling especially back bendy, you could lift the heart up. But whatever feels good in your body, we'll take 3 more. Ok, grande inspiration. Avec l'expiration, descend les bras. With the exhale, bring the hands down inside the foot. Move the right foot to the outside of the mat. We're just getting into a hip stretch. So find a comfortable position. It could be the hands down on the floor like this. If you have your blocks or your blankets and it works in your body, you can come to your forearms. Maybe you can even come to forearms to the floor. Don't push it too much. Find what works. 3 more breaths. Okay, when you're ready, come back to your hands if you're down. Je vais montrer 2 options. La première option, c'est juste de retourner 4 pattes avec le jambe droite en haut comme ça. La deuxième option, c'est de lever le genou gauche et placez-vous chien à 3 pattes avec le jambe droite ouvert comme ça. So whichever one works more for your body. You could be on the knee or in down dog. Just open the right hip and breathe. Okay, with an exhalation, lower the foot, and then it's up to you. You can hang out in downward dog or in child's pose, whichever you need more. So take 5 breaths, one of those poses. Okay, on prépare pour le deuxième côté. So come back to all fours. Step the left foot between the hands. Find your stability, climb up to the knee. And see where you want to be. You could be very upright, or if you're feeling very comfortable, you can lean into it. Try to keep the knee over the ankle. On peut garder les bras en bas, ou on peut lever. If you're up, you could stay kind of very vertical, or you could lift up through the heart a little more. Whatever works in your body, breathe into it. Okay, let's take a big inhale. With the exhale, bring the arms down inside the left foot. Walk the left foot off of your mat. And then we just hang out in our hip stretch. You could stay on the hands. You could support yourself on the forearms. You could do something completely different. Whatever works in your body, just breathe into the hips. Des fois, j'aime ajouter un peu de mouvement. You can see I'm kind of shifting a little bit If you want to add a little extra movement, feel free. It's your body, it's your practice. And I'm very honored to be able to guide it. Thank you. Okay, so remember the options. I'll show them to you again. We can either keep the right knee down, bring the left leg up, open up the hip here, or we can tuck the right toes, come into three-legged dog. So we bring the left leg up, keep the knee bent, and just toss it over to the other side. Wherever you are, breathe, breathe, breathe. Okay, avec une expiration, on descend. With an exhale, come down, take a rest in child's pose, or downward facing dog if you prefer. About 5 breaths. Relax, relax, relax. Okay, when you're ready, come back to all fours or downward facing dog. We're just going to do 2 standing positions. So either from all fours or down dog, we'll step the right foot forward. So if you're on all fours, looks like this. If you're in down dog, it looks like this. Let's just stay on our left toes for now and see if we can come up. So if you started with your knee down, you just lift up the knee, see if you can come up. Juste prenez quelques respirations ici. Imagine que vous lèvez le haut du cuisse, le jambe arrière vers le ciel. So this thigh bone of the left leg lifting up to the sky. We're trying to have the right knee over the right ankle. You can always have the arms up. Okay, so we're going to add a little challenge. We'll inhale, stretch up. Exhale, see if we can just tilt forward. 2 more times. Inhale up. Exhale, tilt. Inspire. Expire. Ok, inspirons. Expire en avant, les mains par terre. On revient 4 pattes ou chien tête en bas. So come back to all fours or downward facing dog. We'll take 5 breaths before the other side. You could be in child's pose or down dog. Okay, so get ready to step the left foot forward, either from down dog or from all fours. We'll stay on the right toes. If you're on the knee, lift the knee up. Come up. Find your stability. Hips are pointing forward. Arms can be relaxed or up, whatever you prefer. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Okay, so we add that forward tilt. So we inhale, stretch up. Exhale, tilt. A few more times, go with your breath. Inhaling up. Exhaling, tilt. Okay, next exhalation, arms come all the way down. Step back to down dog or all fours. It'll probably be our last down dog, so enjoy it if you're in it. 5 breaths.
Thank you so much for joining this mini practice. I hope you've enjoyed it. You can check out the full-length video on my YouTube channel, Selena Yoga Jams.